Hey y'all, it's Shell. I'm the founder of the Fierce and Fabulous Life, and I help women empower themselves to live the fiercest and most fabulous life possible through health and wellness, and just good, healthy living, and personal development. But I wanted to talk about something today because a mentor of mine um, was on her IG, and she was talking about how she regrets some of the advice that she would give doing her videos, and how she kind of thinks that she contributed to this weird fitness industry way that fitness is portrayed, being, it's all about abs, it's all about the muscles, it's all about how lean you could get, it's all about restriction and stuff like that. And it's so funny that she says this because she's the reason, frankly, that I even started thinking about my health in the first place, that I started believing that I could heal my body from the inside out. And to hear her say that she thought that she contributed to this message was a little surprising to me because I never got that, honestly, out of my experience with doing all of her videos. Frankly, she introduced the gym to my home, whereas I could go, um, I could go I could bring the gym home. I could put my DVD in. I could be led in form and, training my body in a certain way or whatever through my TV screen. And I could do it all in the privacy of my own home, have as much or as little clothes on as I wanted to, because I had that privacy, which was always important to me in terms of my own health and wellness. It was my journey. It was very private. And the fact that I could bring that into my own living room or into my own bedroom and do that, first of all, was the first step in getting me even thinking about changing my body that was failing me, quite frankly, at a rapid rate. um, if you don't know my story, go back to some of my prior videos and check it out. But the gist of it was I lost my ability to have children at 36 years old, put me in a medically induced menopause. And as a result of that, if you know anything about menopause, you know the debilitating effect it can have on a woman's body. So when I'm talking to you about this, um, we're talking about a point to where not only just the body, but also the mind and the psyche and the well-being of 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 my whole thing, like losing faith and wanting to end it all, that kind of thing. In comes my mentor, in fitness and in business, who tells me not only can you work out, but you can do a fun workout and you can do it in the privacy of your own home, and you can see your body change, and you can match that with a meal plan that complements all the hard work that you're putting in. And through the years, she's made, I was introduced to, her first set of exercise videos, and then she later went on to partner with a company to produce even more, strength training programs, flexibility programs, and stuff like that. And the message that always resonated, and the reason why I still, consider her my virtual mentor, is because the message is, frankly, that I received. I don't know what other people received, but what I received is that your mental fitness, your physical fitness starts with your mental fitness and the decision to get started. And when you can use exercise as your new addiction, as opposed to coffee, as opposed to alcohol, as opposed to drugs, as opposed to um, uh, uh, you know, dependent behavior. Um, these are the kinds of things, and it did, and it was a great addiction because it made me feel good all the time. Whatever happens in your body after a really good workout, that was working for me, because I was also going through a particularly hard time in my family life. So like my life was all mixed up, and I needed to have balance. You know what I mean? So when I would go ahead and push play on one of her DVDs, like that was my for me, besides my God, was my saving grace. It's the thing that that allowed me to balance all of this other negative energy that was around me at the time. And it was the one positive thing that I could do for myself. And every time she would say, "You could do one more rep, you could, you're not tired," or whatever the case may be, that was that was a saving grace for me. So I just saw, when I saw this, I was like, girl, who's telling you what? Because to this day, the only time her programs don't work is when I'm not doing it. And to be completely and utterly transparent, the last 5 years has really been a struggle to to uh, stay motivated to work out on a regular basis. I still get it in, but I don't work out nearly as much as I did during those first 5 years. Okay, I used to work out 5 6 days a week, because not because I was necessarily obsessed with the number on the scale or how many inches I was losing, but more so because of the feeling that I got every time I did a strength training session, every time I got that calorie surge that came with a HIIT workout, that, you know, and then the feeling of I'm sorry, for me, the feeling of being strong and powerful in my body and in my mind, that is, I don't care what you addicted to out there, that's a good thing to be addicted to. All right, I'm sorry, feeling strong and powerful means that you're gonna go out here and you're gonna make positive change in other areas of your life, and that was true for a very long time. And it was only, the struggle only became the struggle only became a little bit more challenging over the last 5 years. And it was job changes, it was changes in everyday life, it was having less and less time to work out, or quite frankly, in by my own doing, not making it a priority as it was before. Getting I quite frankly, and I'm just thinking about this right now, I quite frankly think that once I got rid of one hurdle, that I was like, okay, I could relax, I could chill. But the thing about it is that not only was exercising every day, or nearly every day, really good for my body, but it was really good for the power of my mind, because they work together. Let's just call it what it is. You know, your mind and body work together to help you either be productive or be destructive. So it's like, you know what I mean? But my point is that what, and to this day, even when I've slacked off, 2 weeks of doing any one of my girls' programs, and I'm right back at it. I'm like, and I see the change in my body, and I see the change in my attitude. So I was just kind of, I don't know. When I saw her post on Instagram, now she said go ahead and listen to this podcast that she did. So I might have to. I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and do that. But I'm like, I don't mean no harm. That's my girl. And she has always been an inspiration. And she has always had a word in due season. She's a Christian woman too. She, you know what I'm saying? She believes in, you know, God and her saving grace through Jesus Christ. So that also connected us. But but the truth of the matter is that she's always coming through with a word in due season. And I get it. We all evolve. But before I finish, I want to say this, that one of the resonating messages that she has always, at least for me, I don't know what, for me was that your body is going to evolve over time, and what worked yesterday may not work today. So you've got to pay attention to your body. You've got to listen to your body. You've got to be your own personal trainer in a sense and say, I've been doing this, but that's no longer working. I need to maybe switch it up. I need to increase my weight. I need to increase my intensity, whatever the case may be, and make it work for me. That's one of those things. And that's what each and every one of her programs has been flexible in being able to make you change or adjust or modify even so that it works for your strength level at that particular moment in time. So I don't know where, I honestly to goodness don't know where this is coming. Frankly, that same system of flexibility and understanding that everybody's body is different is that same it's the same message, frankly, that I think she's trying to convey maybe on a broader level. But it frankly has been consistent over the last 10, 11 years. It's still consistent. Frankly, her method, and I don't know what I've been missing. I've pretty much her programs are pretty comprehensive. So it's not just workout programs, but it's also, you know, um, videos on how to eat well, how to improve your form, how to adjust when needed when your body is adapted to a certain weight level or intensity level. All those other kinds of educational tools to make sure that you're getting the most out of her program and out of your health and wellness overall. So for me, I'm just kind of little. I guess I'm a little baffled. I'm just a little baffled at her sense of regret in terms of how we approach health, because the message that I always received was love yourself enough to exercise every day. Put it on your calendar for every day, because it's not only good for your body, it's good for your mind. It's good to feel good. It's good to feel strong and powerful, because every day that you work out, you're getting stronger, you're getting more powerful, and that only improves your psyche, which only allows you to go out into the world and improve all the other areas of your life that matter. And that's been true. Okay, that's from, at least in my case. Anybody else that has a different opinion, like, I don't know. I don't know. I guess feel free to comment below and talk about, what I'm missing. What I'm missing, because I just feel like there's a couple of things at play. I think you definitely have to find a trainer and a workout regimen that you're going to show up for every day, that you want to show up for every day, that it inspires such a fire in you. It lights such a fire in you that you want that feeling back that you got the last time you finished that workout. So like it's a whole combination of, and then a trainer that truly, like motivates you and moves that you can do, and wanting to do that move again because it just made you feel incredibly strong and powerful. Those are really important things to feel. It staves away, frankly, depression. Feeling strong and powerful, it's hard to feel depressed when you're feeling strong and powerful all the time, because you're feeding your body that thing that it needs. And I'm gonna be all the way real with you. It don't come in a shake, it don't come in a pill. There now. I'm not gonna. Am I gonna say? Am I gonna say that? You know, there aren't. Some really great nutrients in there that when you combine it, when it's formulated right, that it can be really easy for you to take every day. I'm not going to say that it isn't, but I think you got to listen to your own body. I think you owe it to yourself to try a lot of things, especially if you're unhappy with the whole, with the way you look, and you know that the way you look is something that you could actually change if you put some effort in. Um, um, but yeah, I think again, I think any regimen, any health and wellness and fitness regimen that is designed for you to, that you can modify, or you can switch up, you can increase the intensity while doing the same, um, doing the same exercises, but kind of, mixing it up for when you get stronger, or modifying if you have an injury or whatever the case may be. I think that that's the right track, and in my humble opinion, that is the message that she's always delivered, and and why, frankly, even with a slight compromise to my mobility, I'm still able to do these exercises with modification. I'm still able to do her, her kickboxing programs with modifications. Um, Frankly, I'm 49 years old, and I'm not going to be able to do it with the same intensity, as particularly with compromised mobility, as I did at 39 years old. Okay, it's just that's just reality. Um, and my strength training programs, I might not be able to lift 20 pounds like I did when I finished my first round, but I can certainly scale it back to 5 and work my way back up. The point is that she's designed all of her programs with the ability to modify, increase intensity, shake it up a little bit, and that is always given me results. My issue at this point right now is that I need to make sure that I'm consistent, because I owe it to myself. And frankly, over the last 60 days, um, taking my time and taking it one step at a time and being patient with myself, I've been able to increase my mobility significantly. And now I'm getting ready to do, and we're frankly in the middle, in the beginning of, I think, my third or fourth round of her strength training program. So, you know, and it's a beautiful thing, and being in the second week, um, I've increased my mobility significantly. I've seen significant um, strength in my legs. So I don't know. I don't know what she's apologizing for, but that's my girl. She's always been. But I get the whole thing about, evolution, and understanding, and changing your mind about the way that you look at things. And I do also understand her kind of bringing awareness to what health and fitness and wellness, what that really looks like, and not what so-called fitness influencers suggest that it has to be. So I get that, and I stand behind that. I frankly, like I said, the message that I always received from her, whether explicit or implicit, has always been modification, switch it up a little bit, um, improving your form, listening to your body. Those are all the things that are still relevant today. You know what I mean? Calories in, calories out. You know, how you eat and how often you eat, drinking your water. Like, those things are still, I'm gonna tell you, it hasn't changed. At least it hasn't changed for my body. Like when I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I see change. I'm not doing what I'm not supposed to do, I don't see change. It's as simple as that. This is a lifestyle. That's another lesson. This is a lifestyle that she's talking about. She's not talking about she's just not talking about, you know, quick fixes. She's never been a proponent of quick fixes. You do 90 days of her program, you're going to see a result. You stay consistent and you do what the program says and follow it step by step, you're going to see results at the end of 90 days. You decide you want to play with it, you're not going to see results. She's always been very frank about that. So I really don't know what she's apologizing for. I don't know what other, and I followed her faithfully for the last 10, 11 years. Um, so I'm not sure. I don't get it. I don't know what that is all about. Um, but she's amazing. And frankly, you know, God used her to save my life 11 years ago because I was ready to chuck it. And so she doesn't know that. Um, but yeah, I don't think she has anything to apologize for. Evolving as a human being, you don't need to apologize for doing that. You're the very reason why a lot of women feel very powerful and went on to do amazing things, including myself. Um, when before you came along, there may have been no chance of that. So you keep on doing you, you keep on growing, you keep on being a influence to other women out here, being an empowering force in this industry, and keep doing you, sugar, because you just keep getting better and better every day. Yeah, and you're like a fine wine who just, you know, blossoms with new notes, you know, to be it just as amazing as ever. So don't stop what you're doing. I don't think that you have anything to apologize for. I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. Alrighty. Thank you for taking the time to, and feel free to comment below. And I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Um, and yeah, it was just my ode to my mentor. All right, take care.